I got you. I got you.
We should tweet that we're live recording.
Do you want to do that, or should I?
We are live. Let's see if I can find the link to being live. Oh, hey, there's me drinking. Yeah, we should totally tweet it. Let me see here. Share
You're gonna have to send that out because unfortunately, I don't have much reach.
me and what are you, D Housley?
Housley D. Housley
Hous E
Ley.
Ley.
How many viewers do you get live? Do you see those numbers?
Last time we got 5 to 8.
Nice.
Yeah, it was just like very spontaneous.
Nice. Let's get it.
This is the deal we're doing. Okay. All right, I'm tweeting it. All right. Throw me a retweet
Okay.
and I'll do it from Acquisitions Anonymous's account.
I love it.
Oh, we've got one view. One
That's
sucker.
probably me.
All right, back to my normal thing. Let's go. This is crazy, but I love it. Oh, that's you. Okay, congratulations. We win. Nice. Okay, well, you ready to get started?
I'm ready. Should I read
We
this?
have we have a viewer. So, well, no, we have to do the chit chat part first.
Oh,
Support.
okay. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to jump right into it then, huh?
Yeah, even though Mirko is not with us any longer, he's moved on to his next thing. We're going to
Mm.
continue following his instructions, which is every episode is supposed to have a little bit of chit chat, maybe some jokes, and then we're supposed to read the deal. Then we're supposed to say what we like about the deal. Then I get to poop on the deal. Then we ask people to set all of their devices to download Acquisitions Anonymous every night so we can get our download numbers up. But going on to the chit chat thing, there's a bot out there. I don't know if you saw this in my tweet. There's a bot out there that just keeps downloading one of our episodes over and over again. It's the one we did with Pratik about buying a nursing school, and it disappeared for a while, but the bot is back and it's downloading one of our episodes like several thousand times a day. So how do you feel about that?
I think that's fantastic. I
Yeah, it's
mean,
like
that's something that's something we need to encourage and promote, I think, right? I mean, isn't that helpful having more bots
I think so.
spreading this message? I don't know.
It's all good for me. Hey, let's pause here because your browser is preventing recording. I want you to refresh the page. So, do you want to come back? And the editor will cut this out. We have no concurrent viewers. So, oh, we have a concurrent viewer. So,
So
yeah,
just reload
it's
this tab.
it says your browser is preventing recording. Ask Dave Housley to refresh the page.
All right, sorry.
Oh, hello, viewer. We have one viewer currently, and 6 people have tried it. We're having trouble with Dave's browser, so he's coming back.
How's that now?
Let's see if yours starts uploading. 2 concurrent viewers. I don't know. Yours is still not uploading. Are you on Google Chrome?
I am.
Are there any like alerts or anything up at the top?
There was before, and now it's clear.
Hey, we have some people here watching this. That's great. Nick, Derek. Hey guys, we have several viewers.
Welcome.
So
Good
pretty,
morning.
pretty cool. I don't know if yours is uploading or not. So that's the problem with live doing this. It's going through on YouTube, so that's good. But your
So
thing, it's a,
as you look at it on YouTube, what does it look like? Can you see me?
It looks just like this. Yeah, it's like me and then you like this. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Uh-oh.
yours is still
Now
not uploading. You're recording.
now I'm getting this issue again.
Yeah, you probably should go and close your browser and come back. That's the best. That's the best I got for you. Do you have any other
Close.
stuff like on your
Let me
computer running? You should close everything else. Maybe a memory
Yeah,
issue.
I'm closing everything down. I'll be back.
So for everybody here for YouTube Live, you're seeing what happens before the podcast gets edited because people deal with like issues. You missed the part where we choose the deal. So I'll go ahead and start sharing the deal, and the editor will of course edit all this out. So um, cool. So yeah, so Dave and I are going to talk about this. Oh, Derek says this one's been on the market for a while. So Dave and I are going to look at this one. It says medical records company, and maybe we can figure out, Dave, why it's not stolen or it's not sold so far. So do you want to read this one?
Yeah, let me pull it up again because I restarted everything. So I'm gonna pull up my email account here real quick and get to where we were. But yeah, I can read it here. Seems like unless you want to just show it on the screen, Michael, I can read it off the screen.
Yeah, let's do it. Go ahead.
Oh shoot, I'm getting that issue again. Some browser
They'll
issue.
just have to go with the online recording, I think, and then before the next one, you can
Okay.
maybe reboot your computer.
Okay, I'll just read it off the screen if you want to broadcast it to me. So we've got a medical records company in South Carolina. Says it's relocatable. High margins, 2 million EBITDA. Asking price is $12 million. So I mean, 6 times roughly. It's probably about in line with this size of company and that level of EBITDA. So under the business description, we've got an
Oh,
established.
before you do that, Dave, let's talk
Yeah.
through the numbers. So they're asking $12 million for the business, and then how
hmm
much is the profit?
It says,
Two
what
point
did it
one
say?
million
2.1. Yeah, 2.1 EBITDA there.
on 2.9 million in revenue. So they're asking 4 times revenue or close to 6 times profits.
And
Uh,
that is a really high margin. So I don't know if that's industry standard or not.
that's pretty incredible. So what is that? 2.1 out of 2.9. What's the math there? That's like 70%. 2.1 divided by 2.9, 72%.
Mhm.
Pretty high net profit margin. So anyway, keep going. Sorry to get you off track.
No, no, no. So, yeah, those are the numbers. So in the description, we've got here an established, highly profitable medical professional services company that handles processes within the medical sector and release of information for doctors' offices and clinics. The company's approach is based on state-of-the-art, eco-friendly technology, provides a secure software offering to fill requests and ensure PHI is securely transmitted. Documents are sent at the click of a button. Hundreds of physicians and their practice managers throughout the Southeast rely on this company to provide fast, accurate, and secure service of information requests while operating as a partner in practice profitability. Um, okay, so it says it's located throughout the Southeast. So I wonder if this practice at the top it said South Carolina, which led me to believe it's in one location, and that says located throughout the.
Yeah. Oh, Dave disappeared. We'll pause here until he comes back. Maybe his computer ran out of juice. The editor is going to have Dave.
Can you hear me, Michael?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, everything just crashed on me. So I was looking at this, and it says located throughout the southeast of the United States. I
Yeah.
wonder if there's a lot of office locations. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Um, it says relocatable again here under key features. Under the team section, owners are not involved in day-to-day operations and have confidence, in their employees, long-term clients. Opportunities section, it says company is run absentee out of the state. So interesting. What did it show? Did it show up there how long it's been in business?
Actually, here, look, it said 2011. Here they gave us. Okay, so here's the other medical records. They gave us a more detailed letter. So it is what you said. Professional services company handles processes with the medical sector and release of information for doctors' office and clinics. So it looks like they have software and then they do a managed service for these people, run absentee by this business owner. So they have proprietary software. It's really has a team with owners not involved day to day. So that's good. And the company is well thought out and I heard is in a very profitable company with excellent potential expansion in new territories and new services, long-term clients located throughout the U.S. Southeast. And then they have a 5,000 square foot building, and then it has its own entrance, including entrance for the basement, which I think is super relevant for no reason whatsoever. So here, who cares if the basement has its own entrance? Okay, so it looks like this has been on the market. I mean, per one of the people listening to us on YouTube Live, it's been on the market a while because they only have numbers here through November 2022. So it looks like it's really steady. So 2019, they did 2.9 million. 2020, they did 3.2 million. 2021, they did 2.8 million. In 2022, they did 2.7 million. They paid their officers. I don't know who the officers are, but 100 something thousand. Maybe that's the owners. Payroll tax. They have some ad backs, and then the company made 1.7 million in profit, which appears to be, I guess, their run rate for 2022. I don't know. It's very interesting because these numbers are very different than what's in the listing. So the teaser doesn't match the listing for some reason. But
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
little
like
bit off. It's a little bit off.
at first glance, this looks like a good business. Uh,
Does this seem more like the software company or software as a service type of company? It says proprietary software, and with those kind of margins, I wonder if that's the type of business we're looking at here.
Yeah, I think what you're looking at is it's a managed service. Um, so you have a situation where they've built their own software, they have their people, they are connected to these doctors' offices, they're receiving the PHI and the EMR and all that kind of stuff and storing records for them. And then when they need those, they call them and say, send us this record. So basically, it's an outsourcing of a couple different processes that you give to this company, and it goes from there. So yeah, I mean, other than that, it looks like I think the thing I would look at first and foremost with this is, where is the puck going on a business like this? Because at first glance, you're looking at it and you're like, okay, this guy in theory is making 2 million a year, which I guess is questionable, right? If you have
Mhm.
40 employees and it only costs you $800,000 a year in expenses, something is kind of odd there, right? Like how much it's like $20,000 per employee. Something is odd about what's going on with these numbers. And then this thing's on the market, but at first glance, you look at it and you're like, this is a hugely profitable business. The owner barely has to do any work, and they're selling it. Like, and they don't tell you why they're selling it. Like,
Yeah.
think about this story that just doesn't make sense. And then it's been on Biz Buy Sell for how long? Forever. So there's just something odd about this whole setup. When did the guy put the listing on here? Oh, he does say trying to retire, which I think is very reasonable. But it doesn't tell
Yeah.
you when the listing was actually first published here on Biz Buy Sell, which is definitely worrisome.
So this little one-page teaser, I mean, it does say what through November, and I don't know when this listing first, you know, was posted, and maybe this one-page teaser was updated in November with those numbers. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely a question. Why am I the lucky buyer? Like, and what's you know what's the reasoning behind this company still being out there for sale?
Yeah. I bet this is when you go dig into it and you're just like, "Oh, that's why." Like, I mean, you are starting to see a decline in revenue, though they claim that, 2022 is looks like it's slightly flat versus 2021, but you saw that they shrunk from 20 to 21,
Hmm.
which has me
Hmm.
worried. Um, yeah, this
Yeah,
is
I
like
mean,
just the
I'm
most
yeah.
milquetoast listing. It's like, oh, I need to really figure out like how to pay $6 million for this, and there's something they're not telling you. I think that's my big conclusion looking at this one.
Well, line number the last 4 years relatively flat. Um, if this is it, the art really slick software, I would think there'd be some more. You'd have more adopters of it. You'd have more sales. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, and to be clear, you understand they don't sell the software, right? They just use it internally. That's what I'm reading here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So I don't read that they're actually selling the software to anybody else or licensing it to them. I think this is also where if I was looking at this, I would want to understand where the puck's going on EMRs and stuff like that, electronic medical records.
Mhm.
What it's just a matter of time until a doctor's office, uh, they took what used to be kind of the old folders that you would see inside of all these offices and digitized them, and then they outsourced that to these guys. So it's a question of, okay, what's going to happen as new doctors come in, old doctors retire, and then you start to see more digitization. So yeah, this is one where you have a call with the broker and you're just like, tell me what I need to know here. Because at first glance, like there's some things that just don't make sense.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've looked at a few of these, medical services or medical billing. Um, my brother actually is in the medical field. He's part owner and runs uh, a practice in Arizona, and he's been in that field for a while. So I'd be interested to send this over to him and see what his feel is.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes we look at a deal and it just makes for terrible content, and I just feel like this is one of those deals. It's like they thing, and then it's priced to perfection, and you're like, okay, well, I guess so. Um, it's just really expensive. Um, going on.
Yeah, I mean, I can get the owner wants to retire too, but from this listing, they're not involved. So I'm like, what are they even doing?
Yeah.
Uh, retire and sell, and then do what with the proceeds, right? So
Mhm. All right. Well, you want to call it a day on this deal? I just don't think I have anything good to say about it because they don't. This is just a terrible listing. It doesn't actually say anything. It's terrible.
yeah,
Maybe we
let's
switch to do this disaster restoration mitigation company.
let's do it. Let's pull it up.
All right, let me read this one. All right, let's do an audible and switch to this one. Oh, so here's some of our live listeners. The
Yeah,
broker is tough to get accurate information and follow up from on the previous deal. So maybe that explains why it's not sold. Um, Pretty rough. The bar for being a decent small business broker is so low. They're just so bad. Um,
I just it's got to be a real tough business. It's got to be a real tough business. I wonder of listings don't sell, right? And so you've got to take these business owners as clients and do a little bit of work with them. I don't know if it's just a volume game. You got to understand that some of these and you just can't dedicate your time to all these. And so I think they're just taking on lots and lots of listings, hoping some are going to go all the way to the finish line. So
It's definitely the case when I think you have, I mean, with business brokerage, maybe this we talk, maybe we talk the rest of the episode about it, but I think business
yeah.
brokerage, like you have this horrible situation where the clients don't value what you're doing. And then you combine that with your not recurring revenue. So you're always having to hunt what you kill. Like this guy who's doing this medical billing practice or medical like he's going to hire a business broker once. So the business broker has to work that guy
Mhm.
for like 3 to 5 years to get him to actually sign up for a listing. And then you hope the sale happens to
Mhm.
somebody like it's just very painful in terms of what's going on. Like I think I tweeted the other day, like if I was going to choose to be a business broker, I would just go become a commercial real estate agent because the commercial real estate agents I know will do 20 deals that size and they're very easy, right? They're very just straightforward. Whereas like business broker, you're dealing with all kinds of wacky stuff, like just
Mhm.
crazy buyers, me included. You're dealing with sellers and all these different kind of oddball structures where it's just like it's much simpler and potentially the deals are even bigger, right? If you're a commercial real estate agent. So um, listeners, tell your kids to go become commercial real estate agents, not residential, commercial, much better.
Definitely.
So cool. All right, man. Well, let's put a pin in this one and we'll call it a day on this episode. I'm sure the editor will have a field day.
All right.
All right. All right.
We've
Thanks
got
everybody
we've
for
got
listening.
what? Do we have one viewer out?
No, there's 11 people on. So no, it's great. Andrew, William, Steven. Oh, and then Steven makes a comment. Seller finance deals goes through, the broker will fight you tooth and nail not to do it because they lose commissions potentially, or they have to talk the seller into paying a commission on the full owed amount rather than cash up front. So the broker might eat up all the cash up front in a seller finance deal. So total mess. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining in our experiment. We'll see you when we see you.